Hello, everyone, and welcome to For the Girls with Becca Moore. I am Becca Moore. I'm so happy to have you here today. So today I want to talk about what it's like dating a woman versus dating a man and why dating a woman is better. But I'm definitely biased. I am in my first relationship with a woman. And I just want to tell you like my experience as someone who's only ever dated men in the past. And yeah, I've been on like a lot of first dates with men as well. And going on a first date with a woman was so different. And hooking up is different. I want to go into like why hooking up is also like how to like get there, like how to be like not scared to like go on your first date or hook up with a girl for the first time if that's what you want to do. I'm definitely spreading the gay agenda right now. I'm just gonna be honest. And I'm sorry to my parents if you listen to this. I did get a text that my dad listened to one of my episodes, and that makes me want to be sick. Have fun listening to this one, Dad. This one's going to be crazy. Before I get into the topic today, let's talk about Halloween. So we went to Rebecca Black's Halloween party. It was literally so fun, but it took 20 years off of my life. We were dressed as, I was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, and Shannon was a Cowboys football player. I don't know anything about football, so I'm not like sure what it's called, but the team is called Cowboys. I really should know that. But it was funny because Shannon is from Dallas. And if you listen to my last episode, you would know we were between two costumes. I thought of one last minute that I thought was better than the Dallas Cowboys. And Shannon wanted to be the Dallas Cowboys. So that's what we were. We were the Dallas Cowboys. And I loved it. I loved having pom-poms, but I still think the only reason I didn't want to do that one is because I felt like everyone was doing it. And it is true. Like I ran into maybe two other Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. So yeah, I wanted to do something unique, but then I realized that the other costume idea that I had, by the way, I still have that costume and I'm going to think of a reason to wear it because it's so cute. It really is really cute. So the one that I wanted though was also people were wearing that one too, but it would be funny as a couple's costume. I like want to say it, but like I don't because I want to like make it a surprise in case I use it for like a photo shoot or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an excuse to wear that now that I literally have that sitting in my closet. But yeah, Halloween was so fun. It's just been too long, like 2 weekends of Halloween. That's too much. Anyway, today is my 20th episode of For the Girls with Becca Moore. I just want to say first of all, that's crazy. 20 episodes. That's insane. I am so thankful that every week you guys listen to this podcast. And I also am thankful that you guys are so interactive and like you comment on my episodes. And thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed and you listen, you should. Obviously, I'm biased and I want you guys to be subscribed, but that way you just see it every week in your little box that you have. But really, though, I do read all of your comments. You guys are so funny. A lot of Shannon's fans are so funny. I love their tweets that they tweet at me every single week. And it makes me feel like so like close to you guys and like special that you guys interact with me and like think it's fun to like make little clips. I am obsessed with you guys. But oh my God, speaking of Halloween, last week I did an episode about like a ghost problem that I've been having. The file was corrupted. It only recorded in the left ear the entire episode. It only recorded half of the audio the entire episode. You might think that's probably your fault, Becca. Honestly, yeah, it probably is. But that's the first time this has ever happened. Literally, what did I do I do the same thing every single week. I don't know how it recorded only the half of the audio. So it was only playing in people's left ears. When I uploaded it, people were like commenting and like DMing me and telling me. And I was like, it was just a nightmare. Oh my God, I just hit my head. Oh, it's concrete. That's like a wall behind me. This couch is usually kind of off the wall. And today it's like up against the wall. And I leaned back really confidently. Also, I can't find my cat right now. It's been like a couple hours. I still get nervous anytime I don't see him for a while. I'm like, where is he? I guarantee if I open a can of food right now, he would come. Actually, I'm going to like get some food and see if he comes. Hold on, BRB. Okay, yeah, he's alive. The second the feeder made the noise that it makes, I heard his little paws hit the hardwood floor up there. So, okay, so yeah, it recorded it only in people's left ears. And it's just so frustrating because I edit these episodes every week myself and I spend every Tuesday editing all day long. And it's just like, oh my God, when something goes wrong with an episode, it's like that is a lot of work down the drain. If you know editing, it's just a tedious job that takes just way too long, especially podcast, because it is like an hour and a half of talking. It is like when you realize the entire episode, something's wrong with it, you freak out. Luckily, I figured out how to fix the audio. So I thought it was all fixed. But at the end of the episode last week, the Halloween special, I started talking about a specific ghost problem that I have been having for years, for a long, long, long time. And I like go into like detail that I've never gone into before because I was scared of like giving it more attention and giving it more which might give it more energy. I don't really know how all of the paranormal world works. I don't think anyone really fully does, but like I don't want to like acknowledge it because I don't want it to become stronger, you know? So and also I was just kind of hoping I was like delusional, and also it just sounds delusional. But basically, yeah, I just in the episode I just started talking like specifics about like this specific ghost, and the second I did, the file glitched so creepily. It put like, I don't even want to say it. It put like the entire screen went like colorful, and like it made me look so creepy. And then the audio was off for the rest of the episode, and the episode was ruined. So I had to redo a bunch of stuff, and then I had to get it up on Wednesday of last week. But because these episodes are every Tuesday, if you guys didn't know. But it's just so bizarre. That's never happened to me. Even Shannon, and Shannon's like the more like rational one in our relationship. She was like, what the fuck? Like even she was like, oh my God, that is creepy. We were creeped out. I discovered the glitch at like, because the Caroline who edits my clips, she saw it and like texted me about it, and I looked at it around like midnight, and I literally drove at midnight last week to Shannon's house to sleep at her house because I was scared. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I haven't slept at my house since then alone. I have not slept at my house since then. So tonight might be the first time. Here's the thing, I am alive. That's all I know. Nothing can hurt me. I'm like trying to just be good energy and not like give it like, I don't know, because I don't know if it's negative or positive, so I can't really like judge it or whatever. I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts. I like really hope this is not real, but like I just don't want it to be real at all. So I am like kind of living delusionally, and so far nothing's happened. And so far nothing, and hopefully nothing will happen because I'm alive and like I'm in charge. Like that's kind of the energy that I decided to have. No one told me to do that, but I have seen a lot of your suggestions. Oh my God, a cat came to sit next to me. My cat came to sit next to me if you're not watching. But yeah, like I am just trying to like not think about it too much or else I will go crazy. So there's that. Another exciting update is I am making a studio for this podcast. It is going to be in this apartment in my guest room. I am so excited we reached out to Shannon's friend Allegra. She designed Zolita's tour set, and she said that she came over and looked at my guest room and said that she can make a set for this podcast. So, and she sent over like the design options that she could do. And you guys, it is going to be so cute. I think I'm like actually so excited for this, and it will also just be more official. Like it'll be more of a fun thing to watch instead of watching just a blank wall behind me. So I'm not going to give too much away, but hopefully in the next 3 weeks, I think that might be ambitious, but maybe it's not ambitious and maybe it'll happen. Also today, I think when this is going up is election day. I hope you guys voted. I think that it might be too late to vote when this goes up. I'm not really sure, but definitely vote. Definitely be educated and know what you were voting for. Think about your future. That's all I'll say. I know you're probably scared, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Like I just feel like this might be a stressful day. So let's talk about something fun, which is hooking up with girls. Woo, 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 woo. Let's talk about sexy time. Shannon hates when I say sexy time. But really though, let's talk about dating girls versus dating guys. First of all, dating girls is just, there are pros and cons. The only like huge con I can think of is that girls are way smarter. So like you can't really like if you are like aiming to win every argument in your relationship and be right all of the time, you should probably date a guy. I'm just gonna be so real. Dating a girl, it is like usually my girlfriend's right. Honestly, she usually is right. She's usually more like, I mean, both of us being a girl, like it's easier to communicate your feelings, and I think we're more like taught emotional intelligence, and it's just innate in us. So when conflict comes up, it's easy to like men I feel are like more willing to give up the fight and be like, okay, fine, you're right, and they like obviously you don't come to a resolution. Girls, you are close to this girl, so like you guys are like besties, and you basically both of you are able to communicate to the fullest and you want to get to a solution, so it's the fight's not gonna just like go away or whatever. Not that like Shannon and I fight a lot, but like anytime we have a disagreement, she's usually right, to be honest. But I've accepted it, and honestly it's kind of like a peaceful way to live life. In that arena, I am the man, where I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right, I guess. But before, when I would like date guys, it would be like I would always be right. I would always be right, because they're just not there. Like they're not as present, like they're not as emotionally connected to themselves. So guys are just so much easier to argue with, because they are like, I forget what I did today. They're probably like playing video games and like just being, I just can't. So, or watching Family Guy or something. So if you want to be right, I wouldn't suggest dating a girl. Everything other than that, I would definitely suggest dating a girl. At least like if you're curious. Oh, he's doing something cute right now. Can you see what he's doing if you're watching on YouTube? I hope it's showing on camera. He's laying on his little back. Okay, Jesus. Bear Bear, what do you have to say about dating girls? I don't know if he loves gay rights. I'm just being so real. He is biting the camera or the microphone. It's 2024, Bear Bear. Like, there's no place for homophobia here. Ew, the mic is like wet with his little spit. Okay, anyway. So first of all, dating a girl is better because like on the first date, you guys can like joke about like being nervous and like picking out your outfit and like all of that stuff. It's just so much easier to get along with a girl because you have more in common, which is being a woman. So you can connect with this person so much easier than like a man. It's like literally like, isn't there an old book called like Women Are Venus and Men Are Mars? Men are from Venus and women are from Mars or something. Literally, like it's like that with me, especially with me and men. I'm like, I don't know anything about you. I don't know sports. I literally just said I don't know the Cowboys. I think that's the team name. I legitimately have no idea anything about men or Family Guy. So I don't know how I was dating them. It actually is kind of funny that my entire brand was for the girls, not the guys. And then I ended up gay. How did I not know? I know nothing about men. Literally know nothing. I don't know who Joe Rogan is. I don't want to know. I'm living fine not knowing who that is. I've never seen Spider-Man. I've never seen Peaky Blinders. I don't care about Peaky Blinders. Why are the blinders peaky? I don't even know if that's the right name. I know nothing about men, and I don't want to know nothing about men. So dating them is more fun because you guys can just be best friends. I will say, well, one con though is sometimes like two girls won't be like, first of all, girls are rarer. It's like a little bit more rare to find. Like, I mean, not really in LA, but like, I really am not trying to not spread the gay agenda. Trust me, I am for the gay agenda being spread. I love Chaperone. I love Renee Rapp. But there is like a less population of gay people. So like dating, if you're bi, being straight is like the easier option. It's like the default, you know? So it's just like easier to find a man to date, but you're not going to be happy and you're going to be so bored and you're going to be cooking him dinner all the time. And it's going to be like just sitting on the couch. Ew. Ugh. Yeah, if you have the means, you should definitely move to LA or New York or a bigger city or like anywhere. If you're in a small town, save up and move. But yeah, there's just like a lower population, and also like sometimes two girls are not into the same thing. Of course, I didn't make an outline for this episode. Why would I? So I'm just really just going off the cuff. But like two girls might be incompatible in different ways. Like there's like femme for femme, or like I am like not the person to be asking questions about this. I said I said mask for mask for the first time ever yesterday, and Shannon like was dying laughing at me because I was just asking her questions like, is it hard to find people that are femme for femme or like mask for mask? And she was like, I've never heard someone say that so like polished. Like it was like also like the way I used to say it, well still like WLW, like that doesn't roll off my tongue. WLW, women loving women. Yeah, like obviously I'm not an expert, I know nothing, but yeah, there's like different, like some feminine girls are more into like masculine girls, or like some are more into like, you know, they're just like, you have to find a girl that's like interested in this. Like when I was on, oh my God, when I got on Raya, because I saw Shannon on Raya at the music video shoot, and I was looking through, I changed it to girls in order to find Shannon because I realized that she was on Raya. It was all feminine girls, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not gay. Maybe I'm not. I'm just looking for Shannon. By the way, to all of you who have commented on my things saying Shannon Beveridge being masked is the funniest joke I've ever heard in 2024. What did he say to my girlfriend? What did you say to my girlfriend? You know what she identifies as? You don't know what she identifies as. Maybe she wants to be masked. Maybe we've had conversations that you don't know about. We literally haven't. But like, she's definitely more masculine than I am. Like, I'm feminine. So compared to me, I'm not wearing the pants that she's wearing. This girl is wearing like, she has one of those things. I don't even know what they're called, and I don't want to know. Carabiner. Shannon has a carabiner. She doesn't have a purse. She doesn't own a purse. You're telling me that Shannon is not masked? Obviously, there's a spectrum. She's not like a butch girl, but she's definitely masculine. Like this girl's energy. You haven't met her. I literally feel like Jeffree Star. I'm like, because I feel like he's always mad about something on live. You guys haven't met Shannon, okay? You don't know. I really have to ask her if I can leave this in. But really though, like she's more masculine than I am. Anyway, so when you're on Raya and you see like a bunch of feminine girls, if you are a feminine girl, you might be like discouraged. You might be like, oh my God, I'm not interested in a feminine girl. Or you might love that. I don't really know what you like, but I'm just saying the people that you like are out there. You just have to be at the right places. There are a lot of gay parties that you should be going to. Is this episode gonna be advice or like what? I don't know. But anyway, I will say though, like experimenting wise, there's nothing wrong with being a baby gay. There's nothing wrong with like being someone that wants to get into the world of dating girls. We are all of us grow up in it's called comp het, but it basically means like automatically being heterosexual. Like everyone automatically assumes that people are heterosexual when you're like a kid, when you grow up. Like that is a sexuality that we are taught is normal and what you will end up being, because people are always like, when you meet your future husband, to little girls, you know. So if we grow up like that, it's harder for us to be okay. Like automatically it's harder for our filter to be like opened up to women as well. Like it's so normal to come out later in life just because of the way that like the world raises us, and I think that will change in like 100 years, but for now this is how we're living in like the past right now. So, all of that to say, I have no idea what else is about to come out of my mouth right now. Okay. So yeah, all of that to say, it is okay to want to, and if you are even thinking about maybe like veering off into the women WLW category, congrats. Like that's a huge step. Like if you're interested and you are conscious of the fact that you're interested in girls, hell yeah. Like you shouldn't be like, oh my God, like just don't put too much pressure on yourself to be a professional gay person and like have to know everything and like have to be right about have to be completely I think it's fine to experiment. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as your partner or the person you're quote unquote experimenting with consents to like, or like at least as long as they're okay with like, I mean, you don't have to tell them it's your first time hooking up with a girl if you don't want to. But just don't use anyone and you're fine. It's just the same as like dating. Like if you're not looking to date a guy, you would rather just hook up with a guy, whatever. Okay, I don't have sympathy for men like that though, so it's fine. You can do whatever you want. You do not have to communicate with them. I don't care. girls kind of feel bad. So anyway, yeah, it's fine to be, there's nothing wrong with being a baby gay or whatever. The person that you date might not want to be with a baby gay, which is fine. That was a scary part for me because Shannon is like literally like a professional lesbian. She is a famous lesbian. So I was very intimidated. I like was nervous for our first date because I was scared I would have to like say everything right, you know? I just thought like it would be like really dramatic, and it literally wasn't. It was so casual. It was like fun. And look at us now. We've been dating. Our first date was January 7th, and today is November. Oh my God, that's crazy. We went on our first date in January. It almost will be a year of our first date. That's so crazy. But yeah, I think that you should take it a little bit less seriously than, like, just because you're wanting to experiment with a girl does not mean that you are gay automatically. So you're fine. And you don't have to like do this big coming out thing. Like, you don't have to take yourself that seriously. Really, like, you don't. It's fine. It doesn't have to. It's 2024. Everyone is a little bit gay. Everyone. I mean, your parents probably a little bit. Well, I think the longer I date a woman, the less I believe that people are actually straight, you know? I'm like, do you need any help? Anytime I see like a straight couple at Costco or something, I'm like, I haven't been to Costco in probably a year. But if I did go and I saw a straight couple, I would be like, really? You have to do that in public? It's just embarrassing. It's like, I don't care what people do in the privacy of their own home. I'm just uncomfortable with straight couples in public, okay? And that's my right as an American to be uncomfortable with. By the way, I can refuse service to anyone I want. So yeah. It's okay to be gay. And I guess it's okay to be straight. But yeah, your first date doesn't have to be that serious. It doesn't have to be, like, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to be an expert in anything. Obviously I was Googling how to hook up with a girl for the first time 20 different times before dinner, whatever. Shut up. And when you get there, I will say it's better than hooking up with men because when I don't want to say hooking up about my like girlfriend now. Actually, I don't care. It's my girlfriend. I can say whatever I want. But like the first time we hooked up, I was obviously terrified. But like, you will know what to do. Your body knows what to do because you have the same body, you know? Most of the time. You will have the same body. So not always, but most of the time you will. So you will like naturally know what to do because you know how to make yourself feel good. So you can make someone else feel good. And it's not as scary as you think. Sometimes you can be like sexually incompatible with different people, which is another thing I've learned. Like, some people like different things in sexy time. Shannon hates when I say sexy time, but it applies here. Like, people will like be comfortable with different things. And probably like the first time you hook up, you're not going to be comfortable doing everything, you know, like it's going to be a slow process. It's like losing your virginity. So be patient with yourself and like don't get intimidated and like freaked out and then not make you not want to hook up with another, try something else, you know? A lot of times, okay. Also, like when you first like make out with like any guy or like hook up with like your first guy, it's not gonna be like you're not always going to like fall in love with the first girl that you go on a date with or like hook up with, you know? It's just the same as like dating a guy. So like you will make out with a few frogs, if you know what I mean, when you're dating when you're making out with your first guys. Like the first girl I made out with, like organically, that wasn't for attention. Wait, let me actually like dig in the depths of my memories. I really think it was in this gay bar in Columbus. This girl, we made out in the bathroom stall. I've told this story before, but like I remember being like, I kind of like this, but I think it might be because I am partying right now. So I'm not sure if I would love this when I was sober. I think it was just exciting and hot because we were in a bathroom stall, but she was like pretty feminine. So it wasn't really my type, but I think I just thought it was like exciting because we were like out together and then we like went in the bathroom stall and made out. I don't really know though. Like, I don't think I was disgusted in the morning when like she asked for her scrunchie back. We didn't hook up. I literally just slept in her bed, which sounds crazy. Like, I literally went home with a girl one time, but yeah, I hope she's not watching this, by the way. She said she like watches my videos and said that that was her line on me. Like at the bar, she was like, I've seen you on TikTok. Are you gay? And I was like, no. And she was like, I think you're gay. And I was like, okay, do you want to make out? Just kidding. She asked me to make out. But yeah, like I wasn't into that girl. Sorry if you're watching this. I forget your name. Recently found pictures of us making out though. I have some on my phone if you want them. If you just DM me, I will send them to you. Let me know. But yeah, you're not always going to like fall in love with the first girl. You might like be like icked out by a certain girl, which is normal. Just like it's normal in heterosexual dating. Don't like try to be like an expert at, you can ask questions while you're hooking up, you know? Like it's okay to ask questions. With men, it's less communication, which is what a huge pro of dating a girl. Like less communication makes hooking up so awkward. Literally kind of really awkward and terrible. Well, first of all, like men finish faster on average. So you usually don't really like like finish with guys, right? Like especially on your like first or second times hooking up. Dating with women, it's like first of all, it takes a little bit longer, so like both of you have more time to like have fun with each other, but also like once a guy is done, he's done, you know, and then he like falls asleep. I hate that feeling, like when it's just like kind of like all for the guy. It feels like they're like literally like masturbating. Am I allowed to say this? I might bleep this word out. They're like making themselves finish inside of you, and they're using you. Like sometimes I remember it feeling like I was just like there, and I was just like their like sex toy, and then they like went to bed, and I was like, ew, why am I like dating you, you know? Girls, you are not a sex toy to these girls. Like it is to these girls, like plural. Like Shannon is the only girl I've hooked up with, I will say. But yeah, like there's less of a feeling of like you being like a tool for them to feel good, and more like it's a collaborative experience, and it's like fun for both of you. And like after a girl finishes, like she can still be turned on, you know? So I don't really know how much of this is going to have to be censored. I don't really know how YouTube works, or Spotify or Apple Music, but yeah, like it's more of like an experience, kind of like going to Disneyland. Really kind of like going to Disneyland. There's so many things to do and so many things to see, so many places to go, so much fun to be had. And that's what it's like hooking up with a girl. But yeah, like it's not as scary as you think. Like it's like natural. You will know what to do. Imagine, by the way, guys have to hook up with girls for the first time. Think about that. But if they can figure out what to do, well, here's the kicker. They really can't. They really can't. So that was a depressing line to use. Well, okay. I'm trying to think of a good example to make this sound more cheery. Girls will know what to do. You'll know what to do because usually it's your body. You have this body. You know it feels good on you. You can do that to the other person, and it will probably feel good for them, right? Think about it. What feels good for you? Try to emulate that when you hook up with them. And then if you keep hooking up with the same person, you will eventually get into a groove and figure out like what genuinely both of you like, and it will be way more fun as time goes on and way less scary. And yeah, also like try to recognize, I guess this is like an advice video. Try to recognize that like sometimes, like I remember in the beginning of dating Shannon, I did have like a little bit of shame of like, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong, because I hadn't come out to my parents yet. I didn't come out to my parents. I went on my first date with Shannon in the beginning of January, and I didn't come out until May to my family. So that's like 5 months of having a secret. And I wish, looking back, I made it more casual. I don't know, because it was just like I felt like I was sneaking around and like doing something wrong. I mean, my friends knew, but yeah, like there was still like an element of I was like doing something wrong. There really doesn't have to be anything wrong that you're doing. I think the only example of like, it's just hard. Like growing up, like I grew up in Ohio, and where I grew up was pretty like progressive. So I didn't grow up in the South. But like there were like no gay girls, like none that were out growing up. So yeah, like I think my idea of like dating a girl felt like deviant in some way. Like, oh, they're just doing that because I don't know. Really, that's just internalized homophobia or like biphobia or something. But yeah, like I think that if I could go back in time, I would take away some of the shame that I had around it by like um making it less of something that I had to hide from my family and being more casual about it. Because at the end of the day, it really is a casual thing. I know it's not for everyone, and like some people are in less safe environments than others, but it doesn't have to be like some like huge like shameful secret. It can. Just feel like we need to like normalize it. That way, we can all be more free as girls. Like it doesn't have. Also, it doesn't have to be a political thing. Like I think people. I don't know. There are gay people everywhere, and in every single room, not every single room, in every population there are gay people there. They might just not know it. Then you might just not know it, you know? So I think that like it doesn't have to be like some like I don't know. I want it to be more normalized so that like everyone can be gay. I mean not everyone. Well, everyone, that'd be fun. But I just don't think it should be like some like I just feel like it's just easier, I guess, for bi girls to date men and like go their whole life. It would be easier for a girl to do that. Not internally, like they would be wanting to like always there would be like a missing part of them if they never like got to explore that. But like really that is easier. So like I feel like we need to normalize it in order for people to just feel more free and like they can be the full version of themselves. Because now I feel like I fully like realized like so many aspects of myself that like I never even learned from dating a girl. And that's a huge pro of dating a girl is like you're just so extremely more connected in a way that like I've never been this connected to. I don't think anyone. Like I feel like Shannon knows me so well and I know her so well, like the back of my hand at this point. And I'm so happy to know her so well. And it's just like a privilege to like get to be this close with someone and learn so many things about myself that I would not be learning, I don't think, if I was dating a boy. Just because like they're not on, we do really have like some like gift from like, I don't even know, like God or like the universe that is like, we are just so in tune with other people that like I truly have a best friend in Shannon. Because we like with a man it's like they're just less in tune with their emotions and like why they feel the way they feel. And like social situations, like me and Shannon are just always on the same page socially. Like we understand why people act the way they do, and I've never had that with a man. Also, like she doesn't yell at me, like we don't yell at each other. She is calmer. I remember thinking that dating a girl would be emotional and like she would be like crying all the time, but like she is so calm and in control of her emotions. And I realized I think that's just a stereotype of women, that's like we're just so emotional, crying all the time. Well, I'm kind of a little bit emotional, I've realized. I just like cry at like so many movies and it like puts me in a bad mood for the rest of the night where I'm like weepy. Like I get weepy, which is probably annoying for Shannon, but she literally doesn't mind. So yeah, there's like, I just think there's so many stereotypes to dating girls and like being brave enough to date a girl that like I wish could be dismantled. Because I have lived it and I'm living it currently, and it's not what I thought it would ever be. Like I always thought it would just be like, I didn't even know that there was an option to date a more masculine girl than me. If I had known, I would have been gay a long time ago if I had met a girl like Shannon. By the way, to go back on what I said, I don't think she's mask. I think she's like leaning definitely more towards, she's in between. Like she is still girly in some aspects. Like she likes to wear makeup. She likes to be pretty and stuff, but she also wears boys' clothes. She would never wear a dress, and she is just like, her energy is a little bit more masculine than mine. And yeah, so that's just how our relationship works. But yeah, I didn't even know that was an option. Another pro of dating a girl is that you get other like fun friends that you actually like. Like guys, they're just like the guys that I've dated in the past, their friends have been fine, but like I've never like felt like that connected to them, you know? Dating a girl like Shannon's friends are so fun and like funny. And yeah, another pro of dating a girl is that she like remembers like little things, and like I don't know, I feel like she's just so much more thoughtful than anyone I've ever dated. And she's like also just so easy to hang out with all the time because we're both girls, so like I don't know, like it's just more fun to hang out with because we're just closer. um and yeah, like I feel like I've never dated a guy that I've been able to hang out with literally all the time. Not that me and Shannon hang out all the time. We try to keep a balance. We are trying to, by the way, do everything by the book and be like super healthy and balanced about our relationship because we want it to be like a long relationship. So we like spend time with our own friends. Like if I'm staying at her house for like 3 days, and each one of those days I go back to my house and like take care of myself. Like I don't even know, like do all my skincare stuff is at my house. So I don't like just live at her house with her. But yeah, like it's just so much easier to hang out with girls. So anyway, obviously I am pro dating a girl and I think everyone should. But like I think that really like if you're even curious, you should just like give it a try to see. I don't know. You don't have to, but like it's just fun. Okay, well, I have to go because I have to make myself some dinner. I hope that today has been a good election night for you. I hope that you are not too stressed about the election. And I hope you get to hook up with a girl and make out with a bunch of girls. Yeah, I can't wait for my studio. I'm so happy. This is episode number 20. You can go back and listen to old episodes if you haven't listened to all 20. And please subscribe. I love you guys. And Bear and I say goodbye. So yeah, I do want to add like a quick little disclaimer. I don't think that you should do anything that you're uncomfortable with just because you want to like say that you've had that experience. I really think that like you should be like tune into yourself and be like, what do I want to do and like what makes me excited and what doesn't make me excited. I don't think anyone should do anything that they don't want to do. So be honest with yourself. Don't force yourself to do anything because you will end up hating it and you will end up hating yourself. And you don't want to like hurt anyone else, you know? So like actually tune into yourself. Some people are straight. I'm sorry if you are. I felt like I had to say that. Sorry.